Hello and welcome to this special presentation on Rajya Sabha Television India Votes 2019, wherein we give you the details of what is happening around the country with respect to the general elections 2019. And for the next 1 hour, we'll talk about the third phase of polling today. Now, the third phase of polling, the nominations for that particular phase have happened today, and we will take a look in detail as to what are the key candidates and what is the scenario in those key constituencies. The filing of nominations for the third phase of Lok Sabha poll has ended today. Now, the elections for 115 seats across 14 states in this phase will be held on April 23rd. The first phase of polls in Anantnag Lok Sabha seats will also be held on the same day. The states and union territories that would be voting in the phase 3 of the Lok Sabha polls are Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Goa, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Kerala, Maharashtra, Odisha, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Daman and Diu. These states will either see direct fights between the BJP and the Congress, like in Gujarat and Chhattisgarh, while in many it will be triangular or multi-continent contest. In Kerala, the fight is between two traditional alliances, the UDF, led by Congress, and the LDF, with BJP being the third important key player there. In Karnataka, the fight is between BJP and the Congress JDS combined, and in Maharashtra, there is BJP Shiv Sena combined on one side and the Congress NCP alliance on the other. Okay, so for more on this, we're joined by a distinguished panel of guests today in the studio, with whom we'll be discussing about these key candidates and key constituencies in the third phase. Let's start by introducing them to you, beginning with Ms. Aditi Fadnis, political editor, Business Standard, and a senior journalist. We have with us another senior journalist, Mr. KG Suresh, with us as well. And we also have with us a political analyst, Professor Sunil K. Chaudhary. Let me begin with you, Aditi, first and foremost. Quite a few big names in the third phase. If you look at it that way, the BJP president, the Congress president, Mulayam Singh Yadav as well. And the seats are spread far and wide across the country. So it's going to be an interesting phase, specifically out of the 7-1.
I think Mulayam Singh Yadav is contesting from Mainpuri. And I think that contest is the outcome is a foregone conclusion. This is his karma bhumi, his area of operations. So he holds sway there. Because of the seat adjustment, BSP does not have a candidate there. BJP has put up a candidate, but we are not. We have to see how many votes the BJP nets and how much the margin is. In the third phase also, there are a number of West Bengal seats which are going to the polls, and those are going to be very interesting to watch. So yes, many important leaders. It's going to be a very rocky kind of an election with many interesting sort of information points which we have to keep in mind. Okay,
and if you look at the BJP first, then apart from the BJP President Amit Shah, who's there from Gujarat, we also have Sambit Patra, the fireman spokesperson from Puri. Then we have Varun Gandhi from Pilibhit. Then we have Jayaprada from Rampur. So, Mr. Suresh, if we start from the BJP President and Amit Shah, and looking at the way, the kind of spectacle it was when he went on to file his nomination, and is it, sort of the way the mental has been passed on from Mr. L.K. Advani to Amit Shah out there in the Gandhi?
Yeah, it's a generational shift that you see, which of course has been condemned or rather criticized by a lot of people, saying that BJP doesn't respect its elders. But the fact is that, Mr. Advani had a great stint in the party. He had been party president. He had risen up to the level of deputy prime minister. And he was part of the Margdarshak Mandal, which perhaps never met. But yes, he is past a certain age, and maybe it was felt that you need a much more vibrant presence there in the seat. But the fact is that Mr. Amit Shah has never lost an election. That goes to his credit. And he is known as the strategist, the Chanakya of BJP. And a lot of the most interesting part of the third phase of election is that, both presidents of the both national parties are going to contest in this particular phase, and all eyes would be on both Mr. Amit Shah's seat and Mr. Rahul Gandhi's seat. Rahul Gandhi's would be much more interesting to watch because Amit Shah, again, like Mulayam Singh's seat, as Aditi mentioned, is almost a foregone conclusion. Okay. Wayanad needs to be seen because there is going to be a bitter contest between the left, and now this is also going to mark a new low in the relationship between the left parties and the Congress, which has never been so bitter, So that's going to be something interesting. And whether his contesting from Wayanad is going to have an impact on his prospects in Amethi is also something that the whole country would be keenly watching.
Okay, we'll go back to Miss Aditi as well, and we'll bring in Professor Chaudhary also. But before we do that, let's take a look at the specifics of these constituencies, specifically Gandhinagar, from where the BJP president is contesting, and Wayanad in Kerala, where Rahul Gandhi is contesting. So, out of the several contests in the third phase, there are few which will be closely watched, and the foremost amongst them is the party presidents, that is the BJP party president and the Congress party president. And the first one, let's talk about the BJP party president Amit Shah's constituency, that is Gandhinagar. Now, the Gandhinagar seat in Gujarat is going to be very significant for the BJP, considering the fact that it's the president of the party who is contesting from here, and it is currently held by the BJP veteran LK Advani. Now, facing Amit Shah is Congress MLA CJ Chawra. Chawra is a two-time MLA from Gandhinagar North Assembly seat. Now, the BJP has represented this constituency since 1989, when Shankar Singh Waghela won the next election. In 91, it was won by LK Advani. Former Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee also won this seat in 1996, but chose to resign so that he could represent Lucknow in Uttar Pradesh. So that's about Amit Shah and his constituency, Gandhinagar. Let's talk about now the Congress president, Rahul Gandhi's constituency. That is the second one from where he is chosen to contest elections, and this is from Kerala. The constituency is Wayanad, and this is going to be his second seat after Amethi in Uttar Pradesh. Well, he filed his nomination papers from the seat on Thursday, the last day of filing nomination. The Wayanad seat is a Congress stronghold that came into existence after the fourth delimitation in 2008. This constituency consists of 7 assembly segments from 3 districts of the state, that is Wayanad, Kozhikode and Madhapur. In the last 2 general elections, that is in 2009 and 2014, Congress candidate M.I. Shanawaz won from Wayanad. He passed away late last year. And in his 2009 win, Shanawaz had a margin of 1.5 lakh votes over his closest opponent from the Communist Party of India, that is CPI, but saw that gap shrink in 2014 to only 2% of the total votes polled. In 2014, the Congress secured 41% of the votes, while the CPI candidate got 39%. In fact, Rahul Gandhi's candidature from the seat has left the ruling LDF, that is the Left Democratic Front, in the state livid, as it sees this as a challenge to them than to any other party in the state or the centre. So quite a very interesting scenario out there, Aditi, specifically in Wayanad, if we come to that, given the fact that, both both the Congress and the left parties have tried to put up a united front against the BJP all these 5 years and in these elections as well. But with Rahul Gandhi going to Kerala, contesting from Wayanad, it's a direct fight between Congress and the left there.
Well, Rahul Gandhi today, after he filed his nomination, said that he won't say a word against the left, against the CPM. He said he will not attack them, he will not criticize them. His will be a positive campaign, and he will campaign for what he wants to do, not by criticizing or bringing down anybody else. So the attack will naturally be focused on the BJP supported candidate, who comes from the Irava community and is, that's the community of toddy tappers, and they are very influential and powerful. In the last time, in the last assembly election, this community or this organization supported the NDA, and I think their position is not always absolutely clear. BJP is of course supporting Tushar Vellapalli, who's the candidate.
Okay.
So it will be a very interesting election, because at least two people who are on the field will not attack each other, and both of them will attack the BJP. So
that's going to be an interesting one.
Yes.
Mr. Suresh, how do you look at it? The two main contestants, that's the Congress and the left parties, and the Congress's candidate, who also happens to be the party president, says that he'll not attack the main opponent. So is this some sort of arrangement we are looking at between both the parties? Is he trying for some rapprochement with the left here?
Well, maybe that may be his objective, but it really doesn't work like that, you see, because what the communists are saying is that, you see, our main contest is against the communal forces, which they are referring to the BJP. And they are saying, when that is the contest, why he has come to Kerala and tried to snatch one of our seats? Why he is not contesting from any other state? Here it is, we are directly, fighting against the BJP. And there, why should you come and create problems for us? And the Chief Minister himself held a press conference on this issue. And the left has taken a very strong view on this. And I think that this has certainly affected, their whatever, cordial relations existed. Even, Mr. Prakash Karat has come out with a very strong statement. So I think that, this has created bad blood between the two parties. But Congress, it seems, has always, if you look at the cabinet and council of ministers in the past also, Kerala always, despite the fact that it was a small state, Kerala has always had a pride of place in the scheme of things.
A significant share.
Some eminent, you see, Kerala has bucked even the national trend, even post-emergency. It elected a Congress government. You had Karunakaran, A.K. Antony, P.J. Kurian, the likes of all these senior leaders who had come from there, Ramesh Chennithala and Shashi Tharoor. So they always played an important role. So Kerala has always been important in the Congress scheme of things. So it is, and of course, they also wanted to send across a message somewhere that yes, by contesting in two, one in south and one in north, Congress is the national party, a stature which over the years has got eroded because of its shrinking presence in the country. But unfortunately, since he had contested only one seat all along, his contesting two seats this time for the first time has also sent a wrong message, in the sense that maybe Congress is for the first time apprehensive of its victory in Amethi. Okay. So I think that it has sent conflicting signals.
Okay, well, let's bring in Professor Chaudhary. Professor Chaudhary, if you look at both party presidents and their constituencies and the way they are pitched in these elections, Amit Shah taking over from L.K. Advani, the party patriarch, in Gandhinagar. Rahul Gandhi moving to the second constituency as well, Wayanad. As Mr. Suresh was pointing out, one message is that not very comfortable in Amethi, which obviously the Congress representatives are denying. The second, situation for the Congress is that it is versus left out there in the state of Kerala, a party with which they were trying to take on the ruling BJP.
Let me say that this Wayanad has brought about very important political discourse in India's democratic politics. That is, why Wayanad? Why not Wayanad? So while the left and the right are saying that why Rahul has come to Wayanad to contest elections, and the Congress saying why not Wayanad? So basically, the important point is that Wayanad is seen as a fail-safe seat, or fail-safe constituencies. So all those fail-safe constituencies are those constituencies where the candidates are considered themselves safe to win those constituencies. So from that perspective, we can see that Gandhinagar is very safe for Amit Shah ji. Similarly for Congress, because see the very demographic position of Wayanad is that it's located in a very triangular position. It gets connected to Karnataka and to Tamil Nadu besides Kerala. Secondly, Wayanad is the most undeveloped regions of Kerala. So you have the voters in Wayanad who may be supporting the Congress in one way or the other, because if you see the demographic position of the constituency, including the religious position of the constituencies, the Muslims constituting around 28.8%, then you have the Christians at 21.5% and Hindus 48 or 49%. So from that perspective, you can see that the minorities can have an important say in deciding the fate of the candidate. So from that perspective, Congress seems to be gaining that seat. So the Congress has decided to take Rahul ji from Amethi to Wayanad, and this could be that Congress may be seen as a party linking to Karnataka on the one hand and Tamil Nadu on the other.
Okay, Aditi, what do you think about these two, aspects of the story? Why Wayanad and why not Wayanad?
Well, I mean, I think Mr. Chidambaram answered that question very clearly. He said that the Congress alone cannot be blamed for, for spoiling the opposition chances. Congress has a right to contest from anywhere it wants to contest, and so why don't the opposition leaders also consider that if the Congress has a strong chance of winning, they should withdraw? So, well, it's logic, and it's not, it's logical to say that. I think Wayanad has seen a lot of farm distress. It has seen, it has a substantial population of tribals who are, who have been neglected and are very fearful of the Supreme Court order, which enables the land that they till or that they derive their livelihood from. That land being, their presence on that land being questioned, and their right to till the land being questioned by the Supreme Court. The fact is that the order has been withdrawn, and for the moment the Supreme Court is still mulling the issue. But it has created a degree of fear among all tribals, all tribal areas, and tribal identity is feared to be under threat.
Okay.
So I think that's another issue which needs to be addressed in Wayanad.
Okay, so interesting situation out there in Wayanad as far as that fight between the Congress, the left, and the BJP supported candidate is concerned, given the fact that it is the Congress president who is contesting in Wayanad and has filed nomination papers. Now, staying with Kerala, let's also look at one another seats, that is Thiruvananthapuram, a Lok Sabha constituency, and the candidate from here is the Congress's MP Shashi Tharoor, who is looking for a hat-trick from this particular seat. Now, Tharoor is up against a formidable opposition this time, the BJP's Aki Rajsekharan and CPI's former minister C. Divakaran. Now, when Tharoor first landed as a candidate in Thiruvananthapuram Lok Sabha seat in 2009, he was a political greenhorn, but even his critics agree that he has graduated to being a seasoned politician over the last 10 years. Now, Tharoor has always said that the youth are his strength and he banks heavily on their support. So, his opponent, Aki Rajsekharan, is the former governor of Mizoram and a former RSS Pracharak as well. Now, Rajsekharan had given a close competition to both Congress and CPM candidates when he fought the last assembly elections in Kerala, which is he had earned over 40,000 votes in the election, in which the Congress candidate won by a margin of a little over 7,000 votes. A very close contest out there. The LDF candidate from the seat, particular this time, C. Divakaran, who is considered to be a leader with a strong local connect and an acceptable among both CPI and the CPM cadres as well. So another, high-profile constituency, another high-profile candidate out there, and not only because it's Congress's Shashi Tharoor, but because also BJP's Aki Rajsekharan also there. It's quite a fight, and let's not forget the left nominee also.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm not sure how. I don't know enough to comment on the left nominee, but there are question marks about a former governor being invited to fight a general election. This is not a good practice. We've seen this in the past. The Congress has done it, but I think this is not. It's not healthy for a governor who is supposed to be non-partisan and not linked to any political party to come out of the Raj Bhavan and then jump into electoral politics.
Okay. But Mr. Suresh, if you look at this particular contest
You
out
see,
here, the
Rajsekharan-
BJP's candidate,
Yes.
it was the face of the BJP.
Mr.
Out there in-
Rajsekharan was an unwilling governor. You see, he was the state party president when suddenly from nowhere he shifted out. He was hardly in office for few months or maximum a year. And he has been a grassroots level person. And as an RSS pracharak, and he was perhaps the most acceptable face of the BJP among even the minority communities. The church has a great amount of respect for him. You see, he always, that is one reason why he was pulled out of governorship and, sent back to the field. Please remember, Thiruvananthapuram is the place from where one of the assembly constituencies, BJP, opened its first account in Kerala Assembly. Nemam, where former Union Minister Rajagopal, won the election. So, Kumanam Rajsekharan, Thiruvananthapuram is considered a BJP stronghold, along with Trichur and a couple of other places in Kerala. So, it was but natural that their current tallest leader in Kerala has been placed there. And BJP is hoping that his wider acceptability, even because please remember there is a huge population of fishermen, Christian fishermen and all that. So he has acceptability even among the Syrian church and others.
Okay.
So I think BJP is banking on all that, and they are hoping that they would be able to gain from it. And Shashi Tharoor has been there, so maybe an anti-incumbency may be there against the present candidate.
So is Kumanam Rajsekharan the BJP's best bet in opening its account in
Parliament
Kerala?
from Kerala? Yes, for Lok Sabha seat from Kerala, I think they are hoping for the first time they will get their maiden Lok Sabha seat from Kerala in Kumanam Rajsekharan.
Okay, perhaps that explains why he's been called back from the governorship.
Yes.
And made to contest elections as well. Let's bring in Professor Chaudhary. If you look at this particular seat, and as Mr. Suresh has also pointed out, it's Shashi Tharoor looking for a hat-trick, and the BJP's best bet to go ahead and open its account in the state of Kerala as far as Parliament is concerned.
I think the very important point of discussion for this seat is that over the years, like for the past 5 years, BJP has actually strengthened its organizational skills over there. So the cadres working over in Kerala, they have actually risen a lot. They have actually risen to such an extent that there is organizational skills have actually been developed and strengthened over there. So the strength of the organization would be one of the most important objectives, and I think would give important mileage to this seat, which may give a tough fight to both the candidates, left as well as Shashi Tharoor ji.
Okay, so let's now take a short break here, but when we come back, we will talk about the state of Gujarat. The entire state of Gujarat's 26 constituencies will go to poll in the third phase, and some other important constituencies elsewhere as well, which will go to polls in the third phase, like the Mulayam Singh Yadav's constituency in Uttar Pradesh. So stay tuned.
Watch In Depth with me, Tina Jha, at 6 p.m.
Ghatam, one of the oldest and most unique percussion instruments of southern India. You can play it not only with your fingers, but palms, wrists and heels as well. You'd be surprised, but the air inside the Ghatam reverberates, creating the musical notes. 5 elements of nature: Earth, water, air, fire, and space make up the composition of this beautiful musical piece, which has found an apt place in most of the ancient books.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries.
Okay, so welcome back. After the southern state of Kerala, let's now take a look at Gujarat. Now, the state of Gujarat has 26 parliamentary constituencies, and all these seats will go for polls in the third phase, that is on April 23rd. And the last time, that is in 2014 elections, the BJP had a clean sweep in Gujarat, winning all 26 seats. This time around, the BJP President Amit Shah is contesting from Gandhinagar, taking over from the BJP patriarch L.K. Advani, and there are other high-profile candidates in the state elsewhere as well. Aditi, if you look at BJP overall, and not only Gandhinagar, obviously Gandhinagar, we'll talk about that being the center point, but elsewhere as well, how do you see the way both parties have put up their candidates? That's one, and in terms of star attractions all across the state
In Gujarat?
Yeah.
Well, there are a number of people who have been put up, but last time in the assembly election, the Congress felt that it had done better than expected. In fact, if you do a seat analysis of the assembly election, you will find that had the BSP and the Samajwadi Party not put up candidates and pooled their efforts along with the Congress, it would have been pretty difficult for BJP to come to power. So, in constituencies particularly where the Congress lost by less than 1,000 votes and the BSP and the SP polled together more than 2,000 votes, the situation could have been the outcome could have been very different.
Okay.
Now, assuming that it's not correct to extrapolate an assembly election on a
a parliamentary election.
but still, there are a number of very interesting contests, and we spoke about Amit Shah's constituency. Amit Shah won the assembly election from Sarkhej, actually with a bigger margin than Chief Minister Narendra Modi. So he is a very, very towering figure in Gujarat politics. And I don't know how much he doesn't need to campaign. He may go there a day or two maybe, but I am pretty sure that his margin of victory will be huge. There's no doubt about that.
Okay, let's bring in Mr. Suresh. Mr. Suresh, two bigwigs of the BJP. Their home turf is the state of Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP President Amit Shah as well. Amit Shah is contesting from Gandhinagar. So the state of Gujarat holds a lot of importance for the ruling party, and the previous figure of 26 out of 26 was a commendable one.
Obviously, you see, it is the Prime Minister's home state, and it was only by projecting the Gujarat model that he came to power in 2014. So Gujarat holds the key, and there is this entire concept of Gujarati Asmita and Swabhiman and all that. So the Gujarati would, the expectation is that the average Gujarati would like to see Mr. Modi continue as the Prime Minister at the center, for which he knows that he has to support the party. So Gujarat, never in the past, Gujarat had, of course, when Sardar Patel was the Home Minister of this country. But then the manner in which today Gujarat holds center stage as far as national politics is concerned, this was never the case in the past. We had Sardar Patel, we had Morarji Bhai Desai, who represented the the Mumbai presidency. But this is for the first time that Gujarat has come to acquire such a major positioning in national politics, and I don't think the average Gujarati would like to lose that positioning. But having said that, there are issues when you are in power for a long time. There will always be, and there may be some incumbency factor against the candidates also, which also needs to be seen. How, apart from, of course, as Aditi rightly put it, that Mr. Amit Shah may not even need to visit except for filing his nomination and maybe 1 or 2 rounds. I don't think, because he will be busy campaigning all over the country. So that is why he chose that seat, other than, because there he would not have to go. But yes, it's not going to be a cakewalk, given the fact that, in Gujarat there are a lot of new young voices which have come up, like Hardik Patel, like Jignesh Mevani, who are leading a campaign against the Prime Minister and the BJP. Alpesh Thakur has come back to BJP almost, but Hardik Patel is unable to contest the election because of that criminal cases that he is facing. But nevertheless, they are all going to campaign. Okay. So there are a lot of voices of dissent also against the ruling party, who are also going to create. So to expect that it is going to be a cakewalk, no, it's going to be tough. So it remains to be seen whether they will be able to retain the same kind of sweep that they held, or will there be roadblocks which would not enable them to get that kind of a cakewalk.
Okay, Professor Chaudhary, your viewpoint on that. Will it be difficult for the BJP, as Mr. Suresh is pointing out, for BJP to go ahead and retain its hold on the entire state of Gujarat? That's all 26 seats.
The test for the BJP is whether it is going to get all 26 seats which it got in 2014 or not. The second important point is that it's a test for the state leadership, because BJP is ruling the state as well. It's a Prime Minister's state, and thirdly, it's this party leader who's contesting from Gujarat. So one shot of solidarity to be seen all across Gujarat. This is why Amit Shah basically decided to contest from Gandhinagar. So legacy of Advani ji and legacy of the party across state are important points to be concerned, and how Amit Shah ji, while bringing all 26 seats into one important canvas and reflecting that national leadership, that Gujarat is again come back to BJP, these are important challenges for Amit Shah ji as well as for the BJP.
Okay, Aditi, 2 more states, the boundary states with Gujarat, that's Karnataka on one side and Maharashtra on the other side. Now, there are 2 important candidates from the Congress's group. That's Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress's leader in the lower house from Karnataka, and Supriya Sule, the NCP candidate out there from Baramati in Maharashtra. These also will be very important seats.
Oh yes, absolutely. Mr. Kharge has won Gulbarga many times, and he is from the scheduled caste, but he is a trade union lawyer, and he comes from the area of Karnataka, which is very well known for trade union activity. We should not forget that when the Rath Yatra took place, when Advani ji took out the Rath Yatra, the biggest complement of the Kar Sevaks came from Karnataka, from Hubli Dharwar, from North Karnataka. And so the BJP is not to be sneered at. It's a very important, it's a growing force in Karnataka. So Mr. Kharge will have a bit of a challenge.
Dr. Umesh Jadhav is the nominee.
In the case of Supriya Sule, I think it is, I'm sure she'll win the seat, but for the Nationalist Congress Party, it is not a happy situation. Because I know for a fact that NCP Supremo Sharad Pawar, the tallest leader of Maharashtra, acknowledged as such by everybody across the political spectrum, opted not to contest this time the Lok Sabha election, after indicating that he would, because he felt that his position in Madha, which is the place where he had held in from 2009 to 2014, that constituency may be a bit shaky for him.
Okay.
If that is the case, then the portents about the prospects of the NCP are not good at all in Maharashtra.
Mr. Suresh, on staying with the NCP and staying with Mr. Sharad Pawar only, the way he had announced first he'll contest and not contest, and that's been used by the BJP as well to try and take a swipe at the opposition parties.
Yes, certainly yes. But the fact remains that you see, while Devendra Fadnavis remains a popular chief minister. In the recent past, you have never seen a more acceptable, sober kind of a chief minister in Maharashtra. And there have been a lot of developmental work, and you have faces in the union cabinet also from Maharashtra like Suresh Prabhu and Nitin Gadkari, who have been really performing ministers, in the sense. So there is a lot of goodwill that is there. But having said that, the fact is also that it is during the last 5 years that the left has been able to consolidate, trigger off a lot of farmer movements in the state. There has been an agrarian crisis. It's rather a continuation. Rather, there have been suicides, farmer suicides in Vidarbha and other parts of the state. So that is where a farmer leader who is seen to be like Sharad Pawar, his daughter contesting from there, there may be a sympathy factor also that his daughter has inherited the legacy there. So these are factors that may go in favor of Supriya Sule.
Okay.
Yes.
But Professor Chaudhary, if you look at the state of Maharashtra overall, although there are just 14 seats going for polls in the third phase, and these are the one or two important candidates, but the way BJP has managed to keep Shiv Sena on its side, and they've mended fences. Congress NCP not very hunky-dory. They might have managed to put up candidates finally, but Sharad Pawar is not contesting. So how would you see the situation overall there?
I think with both Shiv Sena and BJP old allies coming together, it will be very difficult for Congress and NCP alliance to, come out, fight those seats in a victorious positions. So I think the candidates Shiv Sena, which Shiv Sena has put up those candidates, and the BJP, so they are strong candidates, keeping in with the anti-incumbency. So the alliance between two parties would basically give a strong fight to Congress and NCP alliance.
Okay, so let's now move on to the state of Uttar Pradesh and the seat that is Mainpuri, the most important one, wherein all eyes will be there because of the fact that it will be Mulayam Singh Yadav who is going to contest elections from the Mainpuri parliamentary constituency. It is considered a safe seat by the Samajwadi Party, and in 2014 Lok Sabha elections, Mulayam had contested from two seats, that's Azamgarh and Mainpuri. This time, his son and former Chief Minister of the state, Akhilesh Yadav, is contesting from Azamgarh, while Mulayam is going to contest from Mainpuri. Staying on with UP, let's now take a look at another important seat, and that is Rampur constituency, where former Bollywood star Jayaprada is up against friend turned foe Azam Khan. Now, Jayaprada has represented Rampur twice in the past, registering victories during the 2004 and 2009 elections on a Samajwadi Party ticket. Jayaprada was then caught in the faction wars within the party and was considered to be part of Amar Singh camp in the 2014 Lok Sabha elections. She contested on a Rashtriya Lokdal ticket from Bijnor seat, but she lost the elections. This time around, she'll be fighting against Azam Khan, who is contesting Lok Sabha polls for the first time. Okay, let's look at these two very interesting contests in the state of Uttar Pradesh. One is obviously Mainpuri, where Mulayam Singh Yadav is contesting. Last time also he contested, won, but left the seat because he wanted to keep Azamgarh. But the other seat also, Jayaprada versus Azam Khan, a very interesting contest.
Oh yes. As you know, in Rampur is one of the few seats in India which has a 50% plus Muslim population, Muslim voter strength. And Jayaprada has, as they say in Hindi, kai ghat ka pani piya hua hai. So she, I think, came into the BJP along with Amar Singh. She has a certain stature in Rampur, where it used to be a Congress stronghold for a long time, led by the family of the Nawab of Rampur, first Miki Mia and then Nur Banu, his mother with whom he's estranged. But I think this time it's going to be a very, very important contest, because earlier Azam Khan had said that he's not going to contest at all. Now I think he has filed his nomination papers, and he is going to be the SP candidate.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very clear, very polarized kind of a contest, and I don't know, BJP may have a bit of a tough time there.
Okay, Mr. Suresh, another important state for the BJP. They won a significant chunk of seats out there, majority of them,
Yes.
and this time around, as Aditi is pointing out, might be tough in some places, but specifically about Rampur, Jayaprada versus Azam Khan is the electoral battle.
Yes, absolutely. That's a very interesting, and particularly given the background of Jayaprada, who was in Samajwadi Party, and who, following differences between Amar Singh and the SP patriarch and his son, and also Azam Khan, they are, every day you can find them fighting on many issues. So I think that it's more a personal rivalry between Azam Khan and Amar Singh that is going to be on play in Rampur, and somewhere Amar Singh has been able to manage a ticket for Jayaprada, and I really don't know, given the polarization that is happening and as Aditi rightly pointed out, the constituency profile is well known. I think that that is perhaps the largest, one of the largest Muslim constituencies in the country with a predominant Muslim population, and I think that that's going to how things are going to be played out there. Amar Singh is certainly going to play his Rajput card, and of course the BJP Hindutva card is also going to be played out there. So it would be a very polarized kind of a situation there, and Azam Khan is no sacred cow. He is also known for his very controversial statements off and on, and the kind of statement that was very derogatory statement that was made against, a very gender biased statement that was made against Jayaprada by one of the Samajwadi Party leaders has come in for, big criticism, big time. So I think that this is going to see a lot of action there, and it is going to be a very critical neck-to-neck kind of a situation going to be there.
Professor Chaudhary, you agree that this is going to be a very interesting situation in that particular seat, specifically, Jayaprada versus Azam Khan, a lot of fireworks?
So, I see Rampur is a seat not between Jayaprada or Azam Khan. It's a Samajwadi Party seat. So anybody who is contesting from Samajwadi Party is going to win the elections. Important point of is this, because the religious polarization, because Muslims constituting more than 50% of the population over there. So an important chunk of the Muslim population is going to vote, because some of the sociological studies which have just come out showing trends towards Samajwadi Party. Secondly, even among the Hindus, the voters and cadres are going to vote for BJP, but since SP and BSP are aligned together for this seat. So the important point to be seen is that whether the Dalit voters supporting BSP, but for seat SP, are they going to vote for Samajwadi Party or for BJP?
Okay.
That is going to decide the destiny of the seat over there.
Okay, so that's going to be the deciding factor. Let's now take a look at another key constituency from the neighboring states. That's Madhapur Lok Sabha seat from Bihar. In Madhapur, former Janata Dal United President and founder of the Loktantrik Janata Dal, Sharad Yadav, is contesting elections as the RJD's candidate. Now, the Rashtriya Janata Dal is a part of the opposition's grand alliance of the Congress, Rashtriya Lok Samta Party, that is RLSP, Hindustani Awam Morcha and Vikasil Insan Party. RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav had last month announced a merger with the LJD and fielded Sharad Yadav as the RJD candidate from Madhapur. Well, Aditi, if you look at this seat also, Sharad Yadav is again a very senior politician from the state of Bihar, and him moving from the JDU camp to the RJD camp and contesting elections now. One, what about the constituency itself? And two, about Sharad Yadav and his footprint in these elections?
Well, we've known Sharad Yadav to be a person who is multifaceted and multi-talented. He has not only won elections from Madhya Pradesh in Jabalpur, but also from UP and also Bijnor, as far as I can remember, and also from Bihar now. So, Madhepura used to be Laluji's constituency at one time. He contested from there once, I think, as far as I can remember. And Sharad Yadav is now contesting against his former ally and leader, Nitish Kumar. So, whether Nitish Kumar will come to the constituency and will campaign against Sharad Yadav, what will he say about Sharad Yadav, what will he say about the Grand Alliance? It will all be very interesting to watch.
Okay, Mr. Suresh, again a very interesting situation in Bihar, just like we discussed one in Uttar Pradesh. Sharad Yadav, the earlier
Vishal,
senior most leader of the JDU, now contesting against the JDU
Vishal,
candidate.
there is a difference. You see, unlike the UP coalition, which started off well and in advance, till the last minute there was these bickerings within the Bihar coalition, and even now if you see that the Tej Pratap Yadav elder brother, he has floated his own outfit. So all is not well in that even on seats there are still the final decision is to be taken.
So the internal tussle is still
they are
on.
not able to even hold a press conference together. So the internal tussles are coming out in the open. Secondly, with Lalu Prasad in the jail, the main person who would drive the elections, he is not there in action.
Okay.
That is another factor. And third, certainly you see, it's going to be a very a battle of egos also. I don't think that the NDA would like to see Sharad Yadav winning from there, and all efforts would be put to ensure that he is defeated. So I think that this is going to be a very interesting battle again. In Bihar, this particular needs to be seen. But yes, unlike the UP coalition, in Bihar, the coalition is in a very bad shape.
Okay. Professor Chaudhary, your views on this?
I think Bihar doesn't have a coalition as such. This is a conglomeration of forces against JDU and BJP. So, BJP and JDU are important allied partners, and the candidate they have contested, because JDU and BJP, both the parties have to win the elections, win the candidates, because they are contesting sharing seats. So each seat is very important for JDU as well as for BJP. So from that perspective, I think both Nitish Kumar's model and BJP's leadership would play a very important role and decisive role to get maximum seats out of there from Bihar.
Okay, let's in the end, let's take a look at another important seat from the northern part of the country. Now, the first phase of the polls for the Anantnag Lok Sabha constituency will be also held on 23rd of April. That's in the third phase of the polling. Now, polling for this seat is to be held in three phases separately. The former Chief Minister and People's Democratic Party President Mehbooba Mufti, the State Congress President Ghulam Ahmad Mir, and the BJP candidate Sofi Muhammad Yusuf and National Conference's Snan Masoodi are contesting elections from this high-profile seat in Jammu and Kashmir. Mehbooba Mufti served as the Chief Minister of the state from 4th of April 2016 to 19th of June 2018, resigning at the end after the BJP withdrew support from the coalition government in the state. She was the first woman to hold the office, and she had previously represented Anantnag in the 14th Lok Sabha between 2004 and 2009, but did not contest the 2009 elections for the 15th Lok Sabha. Aditi, quickly, if you look at this seat also, very significant. One, because of the security reasons, the Election Commission has decided to hold the elections here on this particular seat separately in three phases. And also, if you look at the candidates, it's, all four parties have put up their candidates, BJP, Congress, NC and PDP, and Mehbooba Mufti is back in the contest from her seat.
It's a very truncated election. I mean, I've never known a Lok Sabha seat to be held, one seat to be held in so many phases. So that itself tells you about the stakes, particularly security stakes. I'm hoping that lots of people will come out and vote, because that is going to be the touchstone of the real meaning of democracy. And if it's going to be, the turnout is going to be 5-6% like that, then it will be very, very disappointing in Anantnag.
Mr. Suresh, the Congress has put up its state president against Mehbooba Mufti.
Yeah, I think that much would depend on the turnout. That is going to be the decisive factor. And please remember that both the regional parties, National Conference and PDP, when the moment they are out of power, then they talk about extreme situations. Yesterday you had the National Conference president talking about restoring the post of Sadr Riyasat and the Prime Minister in Kashmir. She is also talking about pre-1953 and autonomy, talks with Pakistan. And on the other hand you have the Congress, which is a national party, which is, so what is going to finally, is it going to be reason and rationale that is going to work out? Is it going to be emotions? Please remember, Anantnag is a militancy affected area. I mean, it is locally referred to as Islamabad, and so all these things need to be taken into account. A lot of radicalization has taken place in that area. So I think that again, finally the people, what are they going to vote for? Are they going to vote for a separatist viewpoint, or are they going to vote for integration? I think that needs to be, this is going to be indicative of the mood of Kashmir, that that we would come to know from the third phase.
Okay, Professor Chaudhary, quickly your comments on the Anantnag seat.
It's a 4-quadrant contest. 4 parties are contesting. Important candidates are being placed over there. It's difficult to say. Depends upon the participation of the voters on the day of the voting.
Okay, so clearly there it is, the key candidates and key constituencies which will go to polls in the third phase of polling on 23rd of April. We'll keep bringing you the updates on the elections from across the country, and we'll give you the details of the strategies of the political parties and other interesting contests elsewhere in these elections. Stay tuned to Rajya Sabha Television.